Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily FX market review for the trading day ending Thursday, July 9th. Firstly to the Euro US dollar, and here we see a continuation of the trend to the upside today. This second last candle on the chart is the one we're analysing, and once again a candle that's caught between the support at the bottom of the cloud and the resistance at the top of the cloud. So a lot of indecision in this market in that longer term time frame, slight bearishness in the medium term time frame by trading below the Kijun-sen indicator, and pretty much neutral in the fast term time frame by trading just very close to the Tenkan-sen indicator. What we'll be looking for here is a breakout in either direction, and what we'd like to see, if we're going to see an upside or strong development of an upside move, would be a strong bullish breakout up above the Ichimoku cloud, and then a breach up above the 111.60 level of resistance and the Kijun-sen indicator trading at 111.76, and then some strong bullish follow through. And if that occurs, then we could see Euro US dollar trading to 114.59. If we breach to the downside in a bearish manner in 109.02, we could easily test down to the 107.60 area, and then possibly down to the swing lows here around 106.37. But at the moment we have a market that's neutral in that longer term time frame, and the market is attempting to make its mind up, and we do need to be patient and wait for the breakout. On the hourly charts with the Euro US dollar, and here for today's trading activity that has finished trading, we saw the market open above each of the Ichimoku indicators, holding as support around the Tenkan-sen, and then the buyers coming into the market strongly to find resistance at the first pivot point resistance level, selling off through there around midway through the trading period, rallying back up to the Ichimoku indicators to find resistance at the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, and then selling off to find support at the first pivot point support level and at the bottom of the cloud. For the new session, we've seen strong price activity to open the session above each of the Ichimoku indicators, and suggesting that we could have very strong uptrending price action for today. And for the last 4 hours, we've seen only one small black body candle finding support at the Kijun-sen, and a very good likelihood of the Euro US dollar testing up to the first pivot point resistance level at 111.10. We do have a bullish market in all three time frames. The Chica span, however, is only just supporting this bullish activity by being just above the price action, so some doubt whether we will see a strong continuation of the trend to the upside. But we do have very solid support down below where the market's trading, extending down through to the top of the Ichimoku cloud and the Tenkan-sen around 110.42. Moving next to the US dollar Japanese yen, and here we've seen this second last candle on the chart is the one we're analysing, and we see formation of a white body candle as opposed to the strong and large black body candle from the previous day's trading. That was an extreme day, and as I've mentioned quite often, we don't tend to see strong follow through following those extreme days. We have had the buyers come back into the market to find resistance around the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud for today's trading. It has completed on this second last candle on the chart. We have seen the buyers take control away from the sellers, and a couple of potential reversal patterns here. First is a bullish harami pattern. Here, firstly, we need the downtrend in place. Here we have the long black body, the white body, smaller white body within the body of the previous, and confirmation of that has occurred with today's trading activity. Also a tweezers bottom pattern, and confirmation of that again. Now the buyers are coming into the market solidly, changing the trend to the upside, but finding resistance at the moment around the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud, very close to that previous support and resistance level at 122, and at the Tenkan-sen at 122.05. Now the buyers are going to have to be very strong to breach through that area, but if they can, we could see this market testing up to the top of the cloud around 123.33. And if we do see selling coming in off this strong resistance that the market is finding at the moment, looking to support at this previous level at 121.14, and if that's breached in a solid bearish manner, looking to support around the swing low that's been established here around 120.38. The hourly charts with the US dollar Japanese yen, and here we've seen for today's session the market open in a bearish manner below each of the Ichimoku indicators and rally throughout most of the trading day. throughout the midway through the session, we saw the market find very strong support at the middle pivot point level, but unable to breach through the Ichimoku cloud until the beginning of today's session. And the buyers have come in solidly here, opening above the middle pivot point level. In the first hour, we've breached through the Ichimoku cloud, finding resistance at the first pivot point resistance level. And for the session that has just completed, we're trading through there in a strong bullish manner. A very good likelihood of this market trading up at least to the second pivot point resistance level at 122.24, and if we do see any selling coming in over the next few sessions, we're likely to find strong support at the top of the Ichimoku cloud at 121.06, and then at the Tenkan-sen at 121.56. Next to the British pound US dollar, and here we've seen this second last candle on the chart form a very small white body candle in stark contrast to the previous two trading days where we saw very strong selling coming into the market. The sellers in control in those candles, strong commitment, strong downside momentum, and all of that has evaporated. On this candle we've seen a switch in momentum back to the buyers, very small amount of momentum, but the story here is the loss of momentum from the sellers. What we haven't seen on this candle that has finished trading is the buyers take control, and that does raise concern as to whether the buyers will be able to change the trend to the upside. And we've seen the resistance at the top of the Ichimoku cloud come into play, with the buyers losing commitment up above that level, as evidenced by the large shadow on the top of this small body candle. We've also seen the buyers lose control of the market, and the market close just below the midpoint level. So neither side has really taken strong control of the market, and if anything, we've seen the sellers just take very weak control, but not significantly. There is a possibility of the market trading lower with this strong resistance at the top of the Ichimoku cloud at 153.78. We are seeing the current session unable to breach through there, but we do need to watch the low of this current candle has finished trading, 153.41, and the previous candle, 153.28. And if we trade through there early in a bearish manner, we could see the British pound US dollar trading down to lower levels. Looking at the hourly charts with cable, and here we've seen the market for the session has completed trading, open down below each of the Ichimoku or the Kijun-sen and the Ichimoku cloud, but finding support at the Tenkan-sen indicator and rallying off there for the early part of the trading session, and then just after midway through the session, breaching down through each of those Ichimoku indicators, breaching through the middle pivot point level, and then the trading to the lower levels, turning into an indecisive spinning top type candle with a very moderate rally to find resistance once again at the middle pivot point level and at the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud. For the remainder of the session, we saw formation of very small bodied candles, very indecisive candles, and with the confluence of the strong resistance overhead, the market was unable to breach through that area. We had the middle pivot point level, the Kijun-sen, the Tenkan-sen, and the bottom of the cloud around there. For the new session, we've seen the market open above the Tenkan-sen, testing just around the middle pivot point level and the Kijun-sen at the moment, and we are seeing some trading activity up above there. We have a neutral market in big picture terms now, so no clear direction in that longer term time frame. The strong downtrending price activity down below the cloud is no longer in existence. There is a possibility of the market rallying within the cloud, and we could find some strong resistance around the first pivot point resistance level at 154.18. If we do see the market breach through the cloud and then through the Tenkan-sen indicator trading 153.67, the first pivot point support level at 153.39 may come into play.